Hey there. Just want to see if I can help you with these bulkheads a little bit. So I've got your blend file open here, and let's see where we're doing this. So it's a pretty big water um, section that we're working on. So, definitely takes some time to get it totally right. So just a couple things. First of all, it looks like the splining was a little bit off in terms of the terrain. It is what it kind of seems like, right? Right. Really, your um, kind of rough area here should probably be up here on top of this ridge, so that if you do further kind of dig this water base, it would kind of cut down in there. Um, but in any case, so there's some, you could help yourself with a little bit kind of better splining, but let's just talk about what we would do if we are kind of right here. So I'm going to show you how to do these, what I'm going to call simpler ones, which are just isolated islands that we're going to put bulkheads around. And then that AMACE video I sent you will give you a little bit extra guidance in terms of how to do partial bulkheads, because it's a little bit more complicated. You got to kind of create some bulkhead and and then delete segments and stuff like that. And again, there's a little bit of splining stuff here where you see like this little piece that just seems kind of odd. So something happened a little bit weird there, but you can go through those things just sort of one at a time. Take your time and clean them up. So let's get into it, and let's just say, how would we do a bulkhead on? Let's just start with this section. I'll do a couple of more just so you get the hang of it. But so one of the things is in Blender, as you move around, you can kind of hit your scroll wheel and pan. You can push things up and down. But what we're going to want to do is now select a few objects. So we're going to want to start here. I like to hit the period key to then just kind of zoom in on that. And I also like to go into wireframe mode so I can see what's selected. So in wireframe mode, anything with kind of yellow edges has been selected, and anything black is not. And what we want to do is select all these meshes here on this island. So I'm going to start with that one, which I think is a T box. Then I'm going to shift click the blend. Maybe that's some fairway, another blend, rough. We got a cart path, I think, over here. We're going to pick that. And then on the outside, we have this other blend. Okay, so I got all those. And then I got a couple more T boxes. So again, we'll just kind of move so we can pick that blend, fairway or semi, blend, and T box. And there might be one more. Yeah, one more. Okay, so we'll select, shift select always. Okay, got them all picked. So I got all those things picked for this island. So now what I'm going to do is hit tab to go into edit mode. And again, we can kind of verify, yeah, it looks like all the vertices here are selected. So in edit mode, if I hit S, which is actually for scale in the Z direction, and then 0, so SZ0, you'll see it just flatten that entire thing. Then I just hit enter. Okay, so this whole thing is now flat. All right, so now we're going to tab out of edit mode. Okay, and what we're going to pick is just the blend on the outside. Okay, and now we're in object mode. So we go to the object placement tools, bulkhead, and we add a bulkhead to the selected. So you can see now that the terrain looks a lot better sort of in and around this T box. And you can, again, if you watch that AMACE video, it shows you a little bit more how you can kind of select stuff and then just kind of proportionally edit to move things up and down, if you want to kind of refine it around the outsides of this bulkhead. But I think that did a pretty nice job there. So let's do the couple more we have. I think we have this one here. So again, we can pick that. I can hit period on my numpad to zoom in on it. I've got that selected. I can then select the blend, fairway, the blend, the bigger piece here. We'll get some other stuff here we want to get. Yeah, I keep going out for that. So we want to pick the blend, fairway, blend, got all that, cart path, Gotta get that blend. And I think I've got all the things on that island. So again, tab into edit mode, SZ, 0, enter. Everything's flat. I'm going to go in, grab, get out of edit mode. So I'm in object mode, pick the blend, add bulkhead to selected. And I got a nice bulkhead on that one. And then we'll do the one other one we got. I think you got a little island down here. So pick it, period, zoom in on it, grab it, shift, select, blend, fairway blend, and outer blend. I think I've got all them picked. Tab into edit mode, SZ0, enter. Everything's nice and flat. Tab out of edit mode. Pick the blend, which is the ring around the outside. It doesn't have to be a blend, but it works pretty good here. Add bulkhead to selected. Now it looks like for some reason that bulkhead is backwards. You can flip the direction of it. I don't know what that Python error was. Flip bulkhead. All right, so yeah, that looks more like the normal bulkhead. And again, if it's just a tee box, it would be pretty flat. So it looks pretty good. But again, I think those bulkheads, we'll take wireframe off, now are looking, pretty good for the islands. And then, like I said, you can do the same thing, putting a bulkhead around kind of the whole outside of this. And what you do is for areas where you don't want a bulkhead, you then delete those segments. The AMACE video goes over that in more detail. But I think, just these moves even here would be a good improvement. But, I'd love to see us kind of spend a little bit more time and try to get a little better. Obviously, it's totally up to you. Just thought this might be a little helpful kind of walking you through this. All right, anyway, hope that helps.